When the UFC started planning this fight, it wasn't about hype, it was about legacy. Because one question has been following Islam Makhachev for years: what's left? He has dominated everyone at lightweight. From Oliveira to Volkanovski, nobody could touch him. He's made 155 look too easy. So when the world started whispering pound for pound #1, Islam wasn't satisfied. He wanted something bigger. He wanted history. That's when the challenge became clear: move up to 170, step into the land of giants. And standing there waiting was the new king of the welterweights, Jack Della Maddalena, Australia's own, the quiet assassin, fast hands, lethal precision, undefeated in the UFC, and carrying the kind of power that can change a fight in one punch. JDM isn't some hand-picked opponent. He's the champion of the division Islam is stepping into. He's the man guarding the throne. And that's exactly why this fight had to happen. Islam wants to prove he's not just the best lightweight, he's the best fighter alive. The man who can rule two divisions, from 155 to 170, from Dagestan to the world. This isn't just a title fight. It's a moment that could rewrite UFC history. A master of control stepping into a new kingdom. A rising champion who refuses to bow. Two paths colliding under one blinding spotlight. And when that cage door locks on November 15th, the question will finally be answered. Can the most dominant lightweight in UFC history become the welterweight king? Or will Jack Della Maddalena remind him that power always belongs to the division that bleeds for it? The air is heavy with tension, the kind that only comes when greatness is about to collide. On one side, the Dagestani technician, a master of grappling, control, and composure. On the other, the Australian storm, sharp hands, fearless pressure, a knockout waiting to happen. The bell rings. Islam moves forward slowly, chin tucked, eyes locked. Every movement calculated. He's been here before. His plan is simple but merciless. Weather the storm, break the rhythm, make the striker drown. JDM, quick on his feet, circles left, throws a jab, then another. His style is clean, his footwork smooth, his hands heavy. The crowd roars as he lands an early right. Islam barely flinches. He sees everything. He's waiting. For years, Islam Makhachev has carried the weight of legacy. The next in line after Khabib, the standard of Dagestani discipline. Trained in the mountains, sharpened in Sambo, built to dominate. 27 wins, only one loss. He has turned wrestling into art, pressure into poetry. Jack Della Maddalena comes from the opposite end of the world, Perth, Australia. A humble brawler turned technician. A man who carved his name through blood and grit. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but prefers to end things standing. His combinations are crisp, his counter left hook vicious, his timing world-class. The story of this fight is not just about power versus grappling. It's about chaos meeting structure. Round 1 continues. JDM pushes the pace, snapping the jab, body shot, right hand up top. Islam checks the distance, throws a kick, feints the takedown. The Aussie crowd comes alive, chanting JDM's name. Islam steps in, clinches against the cage, body locks, and drags him down. It's not explosive, it's inevitable, like gravity. JDM scrambles back up, crowd explodes. But Islam's grip never loosens. He trips again, lands on top. Now Dagestan takes over. Heavy shoulder pressure, soft elbows, every inch of space smothered. JDM pushes, twists, tries to post, but Islam's control is like concrete. The round ends with Makachev calmly on top, his face emotionless. He walks to his corner as if it's another day in the gym. Round 2. JDM's coach shouts for movement. He knows Islam will shoot again. The bell sounds and Jack comes forward, sharper, angrier. He throws the jab cross hook combo and clips Islam clean. The crowd rises, Islam nods, steps back, then times it perfectly. Level change, double leg, slam. The sound echoes. Now it's Dagestan's world again. From half guard, Islam drops elbows. JDM covers up. Islam moves to side control, then mount. JDM bucks, escapes halfway, but every movement drains him. Islam whispers patience. He's sculpting the fight his way. The second round closes with more top control, more pressure, more time spent under the suffocating weight of Islam Makhachev. By round 3, you can see the difference. Jack's punches are slower now, the spring in his step fading, his breathing heavier. The confidence, still there, but the edge, dulling. Islam's cardio looks endless. He stalks forward, throws a left, feints high, shoots low, perfect timing. Another takedown. The Dagestani crowd in the arena chants his name. He advances to full mount, controls the wrists, lands measured shots. Not wild, just surgical. For a brief moment, Jack explodes. He gets up, swings a wild right. It lands. Islam absorbs it, steps back, resets. His eyes stay calm. Almost too calm. That's the difference between a fighter and a master. Late in round 3, Islam grabs a single leg, switches to a body lock, drags JDM down again. He transitions to the back. Hooks in, ground and pound. Jack covers up. The bell saves him, but momentum is gone. Round 4 begins and you can feel the tide. JDM's corner screams urgency. "You need a knockout," they yell. But Islam doesn't hear them. He's already reading the finish. He knows the rhythm of fatigue, the breath pattern, the desperate swing. He feints, changes levels, wraps the waist, and lifts JDM off his feet. Slam, side control again. From there, Islam isolates an arm, steps over, slides into position. Arm triangle setup. He adjusts, waits, squeezes, but JDM survives. The crowd erupts at his resilience. Islam smiles faintly. He knows survival isn't victory. Round 5. Championship rounds. Both fighters rise slowly. JDM's gloves are heavy now, sweat dripping. Islam wipes his face, inhales deeply, exudes composure. The bell sounds. They touch gloves, a moment of mutual respect. Then it begins again. JDM swings early, desperate to change everything in one punch. But Islam reads it, ducks under, grabs a double leg, and drags him down once more. The Australian crowd groans. They know what's coming. Islam passes guard, traps an arm, steps over, lands clean elbows. The referee watches closely. Islam postures up, lands a thunderous right hand. JDM turns, gives his back. Islam slides his arm under the chin. The rear naked choke is deep. The crowd rises to its feet. JDM fights, grips the wrist, tries to peel it away, but it's too tight. Tap, tap, tap. It's over. Islam Makhachev stands tall, breathing steady, eyes to the sky. The arena erupts, half cheers, half silence. He has done it again. Another dominant performance, another champion broken. JDM sits on the stool, exhausted, staring at the canvas. He gave everything. But tonight wasn't about power. It was about control. That's how Islam wins. Not by luck, not by chaos, but by turning every second into a trap. His path is always the same. Survive the storm, control the space, drown the will. It's the Dagestani blueprint, perfected through decades of wrestling in freezing gyms, shaped by discipline, honed by patience.
After the fight, as the belts are raised and microphones appear, Islam says quietly, "Respect to Jack. He's strong, but I'm stronger. This is my time."
Jack nods. No excuses. Just mutual respect between warriors. The analysts break it down later. How Islam neutralized the boxing. How he limited JDM's output to less than half his usual volume. How he controlled over 12 minutes of the fight on the ground. They show slow-motion replays of that perfect level change, the grip transitions, the choke tightening. The commentary calls it a masterclass. What makes Islam special isn't just his wrestling. It's his patience. He never forces the finish. He builds it, brick by brick. Every feint, every clinch, every grip is designed to break rhythm, to wear the opponent mentally before physically. For JDM, it's not the end. He's young, powerful, still evolving. He'll rebuild. But this night, November 15th, belongs to Islam Makhachev, the man who proved that technique and composure can still conquer chaos. As the lights dim and Islam walks backstage, the camera catches his face, emotionless, humble, but victorious. The soundtrack of Dagestan plays faintly in the background. The legacy continues. And somewhere in Perth, a young fighter watches, inspired, understanding now that greatness isn't built on power alone, but on precision, patience, and an unbreakable will. That's how Islam Makachev beats Jack Della Maddalena.